All right, Carl. Good afternoon, everybody. It's under the tree, Mel and Tony. But before we get into this business, we supposed to have a guest come on. But I look like you checking out, Melanie.
I don't know. We had a late start, so he
Yeah,
was expecting
yeah,
us to
three
start at
o'clock.
3.
But I gotta apologize. We had
And
some difficulty,
yeah,
but that's life. Things happen sometimes. You know, your woman leave you sometimes, and sometimes
even
stuff
on
like that.
Valentine.
Yeah, even on Valentine, you know, and sometimes you wish they leave you, but they don't go. Anyhow, before we get into that, before I get myself in trouble, we got a plant here that is called
Prickly
prickly
pear,
pear in the Bahamas,
tuna
but
in
it's
other parts
tuned in
of the
other parts of the
Caribbean.
world. And I was gonna take this on. This is good for all sorts of things, and especially I can leave that alone. I can let Melanie deal with this today. I can deal with it another day. Melanie, tell the people what it's good for.
It is an antioxidant. It's high in antioxidants. So um, everything that have vitamin C in it. This has vitamin C, and it is supposed to help to boost your
Immune
immune
system.
system.
Yeah.
So what I have seen commonly done in the Bahamas is that they would cut this open, similar to the way you would
Out
do
of this.
aloe,
Mhm.
and you will take out the middle section. You would put it in fresh coconut water, let it steep for a couple minutes, and then you drink it. It's also renowned for being good for back pain, but it also have some berries on it. Unfortunately, we didn't get a
Yeah, that has some.
piece that
Yeah,
have the
see this
berry,
right here?
but this right here,
It grow red.
it grows right,
Yeah, and like a
and it
flower.
has a red flower on it,
Mhm.
and that particular part of it
Mhm.
is said to be good for high blood
Pressure.
pressure.
Mhm.
So, we have this growing wild in the Bahamas, and it grows very easily. You can actually
Right there.
take one of these, even if you just rest it in
In
the
the ground,
soil,
and it'll catch.
it will catch, and you will have your own plant. So, those of you who interested, if you don't have a neighbor or anyone who have it, I have many pieces of it here
Yeah,
in the yard. So you can actually hit Tony up. He'll have to collect it and deliver it
that's
to you.
it's
But
sticky.
there
Remember,
it is.
that's the bud
That's the magic for the high blood
pressure
pressure.
right there. That's the bud. And also remember, it got paws to stick in
It
your hand like
has,
it stick in
yeah,
mine.
prickly pear.
Aye, ooh,
Prickle.
it's stick in your hand.
Yeah.
Ah, but anyhow, life goes on. Carl, what you saying?
And that's,
You see the prickles in
Right.
my hand? Look good, folks.
yeah,
There's three sprongs of prickles right there.
your
Anyhow,
finger. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So you gotta be careful with it, especially this part. Anyhow, Carl, what you saying?
Yeah, right here, right here.
Ah, that
Just
wasn't a bad day.
enjoying the Sunday,
Yeah,
Enjoying the
it,
post
yeah,
Valentine
the
Sunday.
post Valentine Sunday.
I hope
Yeah.
you was good to your Valentine, Carl.
Oh yeah, all the
Carl.
time, right? All the time I go to my Valentine.
Hmm.
hey,
I wonder if your daddy Valentine was good to him,
well, I
and
know you
maybe
was
he
Oh
looking.
might
no, it
get
wasn't. Oh, I
get
doubt it.
get,
I
get
doubt that.
gifted his second lady.
Uh,
It's the woman who's supposed to choose it, right?
oh,
And he
jeez.
believed the man's
Boy.
supposed to have two, so maybe he got that for his Valentine.
Oh
Would
yeah,
you?
yeah, 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 yeah. That was his Valentine.
You ever hear the song "She's
Yeah.
Loyal"? I want her out my life.
That ain't the lyric.
Yeah, concert and
That's
Tyrus
No,
Riley.
no,
Yeah.
that's
honey.
the wrong lyrics. That's the wrong
That's a
lyrics.
long. Oh boy, life is a mess. But I saw those who enjoy their Valentines. I enjoy mines.
I think a lot of people did because Kyle on Friday, it
Yeah.
looked as if it was Christmas Eve
Oh
rather than
yeah. Oh man. Oh
Nassau
man.
roads was filthy with traffic.
Yeah,
Every
Bears take over.
Yeah,
Yeah, we men, Bears, we lost all our women to Paris.
Paris
Bears.
Harmony
Yeah, Bears had the
and
concert of life.
Tyrus.
Yeah, they had the concert.
Mm,
They had all the people. They
that's
say
nice.
they say people park and walk 1 mile to get to the concert. That's how much
Wow.
people's out there. But it's good that they do that for the ladies anyhow, because I believe in ladies. So what I show today, before I get carried away, you know,
Yeah, well, we were going to be talking about part two of the one man, two
yeah,
women,
the
and
gentleman is supposed to
then
get it.
go right into talking about the lady whose daughter came home.
Mhm.
from college or wherever it was she came from, and
Uh,
told her mom that she prefers to love her kind.
what's the guy? What are you talking about?
She's a woman, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so she preferred to
So,
love
so,
women.
so, so, so let me ask this question. You know, there's plenty wrong about another woman loving another woman. I even ain't kind of, but let me go back here. Let me just stay right here. See, you know, if I had a child and my child come home from college with a haircut, skin on one side, and all that, I would tell her go back out the door. Or if I pick her up at the airport, I'd say, "You okay?" I'll leave her right there. That's what I would do because
Tony,
you
I,
can't
I,
surprise me with them kind of foolishness.
so her hairstyle, don't say nothing
L-
about her sexual preference.
listen to me. Listen
Does
to
it,
me.
Kyle?
No.
First impression is the last impression.
Old school.
I
This man
can't.
always calling on people
I
old
can't
school.
have you ball and I ball. You can't wait.
Well, I don't like bald women, yeah, but that, even though I
Yeah.
don't like bald women, I wouldn't consider the hairstyle to be an indication because
Okay. Let's take this from.
Now the words from her mouth, right?
Yes. Let,
Which
wait.
is what
Okay.
he.
I can make some sense of this. Let's take this out of, because I watch a lot of shows and it always turned out to be God from the biblical perspective on the homosexual part and the gay part. It's always trying to be God. So let's have an educated conversation. I old school, I know that, fine. But let's have an educated conversation. If my daughter comes home from college and she says to me, "Daddy, I love this girl," and she show me or bring the girl to me, whatever it is, I am not gonna put biblical in it. I'm gonna say, listen, for me, that's not my cup of tea. For me, I don't believe in this. I can be frank with her. I'm not gonna go, oh well, God and this and that. No God in this. God is in it, but not. You gotta have an educated conversation with your child.
And what would be your education,
My
educated spin?
my educated conversation will be somewhere. Where do you pick this up? Let's have a conversation. Let's sit down and have a conversation of this lifestyle. Um, I would like to know how you get there, how this happened, why it is happening. So
So,
yeah. So I want to have a sensible comment. See, too much we go. Oh, God is distant. God, no, no. We can have a sensible conversation because I always try to wonder, and I let you all run with this. I always try to wonder, what is it that makes these individuals love the same sex, and that's what we need to take the show from that perspective.
and Kyle is gonna jump right in.
Yeah, go ahead, Kai.
Human sexuality.
Go ahead, Kai.
Uh, well, this is a loaded topic because you could
Yeah,
come at this from different angles.
you're right.
But uh, let's start with let's start with homosexuality. Um, there's no one reason people are homosexual from what science says. Now, science is something that is not it's you need evidence and stuff like that, right?
Mhm.
So there's nothing that links homosexuality to genetics or anything like that. But it's still an ongoing it's still an ongoing investigation of what can lead to homosexuality. Yeah, sometimes it could be an environment. Maybe you are around other people who are homosexual, but that's not really. There's no sort of evidence to back it up either. It's all just. It's all just. It is what it is. It's all just the person happens to be homosexual. So there's different. There's different factors. Um, sometimes people are in an environment where there's more femininity. Sometimes that doesn't matter. Sometimes you have uh, friends that are homosexual, maybe in your childhood or maybe in your teenage years. So there's no one reason to say why people are homosexual. It is very difficult to it's very difficult to, I guess, look to the fine details. It's just that we know that these people exist, and we know that they live in our neighborhoods and in our communities. And I always have the idea that we shouldn't ostracize people for their differences, no matter what differences, if they are gay, if they are atheist, if they are black, white, have different religion. That's my whole philosophy. So I maybe have a different perspective than that, but I mean, Mel, you could probably chime in as well. I
Yeah,
don't know.
yeah. Well, I know based on the science that I have examined, right, that there are some theorization
Right,
concerning the genetic makeup of individuals. But like you have highlighted, there are, in addition to what you said about the social environment, you have um, individuals who a lot of people say, oh, that don't it doesn't have any genetic base, right? But I have seen in clusters of families, Christian families, secular families, black families, white families, where you have individual members who are of the opposite of what their birth, sex, gender
hmm,
indicate. I have known families where boys act like or have become gay and girls, brothers and sisters, boy, this brother like man and the girl like woman, right? And that's in several, not just one. You see it following through, like there's one that I can think of right off the top where the uncle, right? Young person. And
right,
then when you look, you see the nephew, right? Now, some people would say, oh, well, that's them. They choose that way. But you also have individuals who have been sexually molested by people of the same sex
yeah,
as children. Okay.
yeah,
Now, you do have some in our society who go along that path because of what it offers them. Children are exploited by people of wealth and affluence who have money that practice that lifestyle. So there are a number of different things that
right,
contribute to this choice. But when we look at individuals, I know in some schools right here in the Bahamas, especially, and please don't start to look at all athletes as if they are naturally inclined to go that way. But kids that are involved in athletics because of the same gender, housing, and grouping together for long periods of time, you are evolving sexually and you find yourself experimenting. Some people only start out experimenting and end up staying along that path. Now,
right,
again, the science indicating they have done studies and I found it strange. But they've interviewed men and women and they've asked them, like, have you ever considered what it would be like to have a same sex relationship? And more than 70% of the people enlisted in that survey actually said that they had the thought. And you know what is very interesting right here in our country? Affluent people, pastors, lawyers, all groups of profession, they are practicing it, but because of social pressure, they're not bold enough like the young people to say, hey, I like man or I like women. They would prefer to go on the down low, like that's what they call it. they marry, they have children and everything, but they still are 100% drawn to people of the same sex.
Well, that's why.
But they cope because that's what society dictates.
Yeah.
Well, so let me ask
So
you a
your
question.
child come home now and you want to throw them under the bus when all kind of people out there doing
Listen,
it?
listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to me. Let me say this. I will love my child,
Mm-hmm.
but this is not what I believe in. This is not my lifestyle. I don't want to have.
But is it
Wait,
a lifestyle?
Whatever it is, if it's a spirit, I don't want that spirit. Whatever it is, I just telling you whatever it is. See, what I'm saying to you, it has to be some type of education to this matter. Because
There is
yeah,
education
because guess what? I live in the Bahamas. You live in the Bahamas. We go to around the world. We watch things around the world. It is prevalent around the world,
around the world,
and
including the
and it's
Bahamas.
it's growing faster than anything else. Faster than the
No,
church.
no. It ain't really growing. It ain't growing.
Hold
It
on.
is just
It's coming out
becoming
faster in the church.
more public. But it
Yeah.
has
Okay.
been here.
Okay. It's coming out so fast these days, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody is baffled. The scientists says this one says that, this one says everybody have their own version what it is.
And
But
the
it's
question is,
yeah, but what I think we don't have enough, like I say, discussion on what's really going on. Because what's really going on, it is a factor's abomination, right? The Bible says that.
no, that's
But
what the Bible says.
we not hold on, wait.
And now we're going on the discussion
No,
of
we not
the origin of it.
no, what
But
we
why we want to just
hold on,
blanketly take the Bible
oh,
as
hold on. I'm only saying what I grew up on. Let me
okay,
give me a chance. So the Bible says it's abomination.
and you believe in the Bible.
And I believe in the
so
Bible.
for you, it is
but
an
hold on.
abomination.
But hold on. Here's the problem I have. Here's my problem. And Carl, you when my daughter come home
Mm-hmm.
and says she's gay, there's actually I could throw the Bible at her as much as I want.
Exactly.
And once her mind's made up, there's really nothing I could do. So what I have to do, I have to be very knowledgeable about what this is what I'm saying to this lady who asked me. I now have to be very knowledgeable of what it's all about. So when I approach this, I have um some way to go on.
Mm-hmm.
Because if I just control the Bible at her, I'm going to send her more to the girl.
But if you only also present your perspective and your belief to her, you also only sending her.
Not really.
Yes, you
No,
are.
because I am sending from my biblical point.
You see there?
No, hold on.
But your point
That's
is
what I know.
based on
Hold
your
on.
biblical perspective.
Hold on. That's all I can teach her what I know.
Exactly.
I can't teach her what I
but
don't know.
do you know all?
What I know so far that gay, sissies,
Because that is your belief. It's grounded in
it is
what
abomination.
You were taught.
That's what I know. Now, you hear me now? Oh, here's the kicker. I gotta love my child. No matter what he do, I gotta love.
Mm-hmm.
I can't just throw my child in the garbage. But I could say to them, I love you. If you need me, you need help, you could call me. But that lifestyle, you could take that over there. You could live happy in the States. You can live happy where you want. But
you can't live happy in my house.
No, you can't live in the see, because you cannot. I believe in the Bible, so you can't bring that spirit. I believe homosexual is a spirit. I believe. Now watch where I'm going with this. Boy, I can mess up a lot of people there. I believe, this is my belief. There's no history behind it, but that's my belief.
Mm-hmm.
I believe homosexual is a spirit that's passed down from your parent. That's my belief.
So if my parent ain't homosexual and I am, how was it handed down to
Because
me from them?
because you, let me call this deeper. Watch it. You go and sleep with a guy who have some kind of feelings for other man, and that spirit passed down to child when you born him. I guarantee.
I've
Carl,
heard that,
go ahead, Carl.
Again, that's a theory.
I've heard that before. I've heard that
Huh?
before.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've heard.
I don't believe children just come and be gay or homosexual. I believe somewhere along the line is hereditary or something. Somewhere along the line. Carl, you heard that before, right?
I've heard it before.
Mhm.
Not to say that I necessarily
Believe
believe in that, but I've heard that before. I am not like it's interesting because I have to do more research on the hereditary
okay.
part
Yeah,
because
me too.
I believe that it could be hereditary. I believe. I mean, I have to do more research on it.
It could
Yeah.
be hereditary. It
Mhm.
could also be genetically um, influenced by the chromosomal
The chromosomes, right? Yeah,
chromosomal malfunction
yeah.
during the time that the child was developing
Was
in
developed,
womb.
right?
That is and that's documented.
Right.
Okay.
So the
But
spirit thing could be another explanation for it.
Yeah.
So if you do, let's say you want to call it spirits, scientists could call it DNA. You
Yeah.
call it. We
Yeah.
all have different definitions of it, right? But I mean, it's possible that y'all could be talking about the same thing. It's just that
it
you
is
know
explained differently,
Yeah.
it's
right?
explained,
But
right?
if my see Carl, here is the problem. When I call in names, get myself in trouble. I watch people on Michelle show.
Michelle who?
Michelle Mill, what's her name? Miller, the Miller show. What's it called?
Okay.
Was it
Miller.
whatever it is?
Yeah.
I watched this pastor woman, and I watch uh, Cassius Stewart, right? And all they do on the show, they never had a real educated discussion. Well, God say, and this abomination, and that, but okay, okay. So now you bring this guy on. The guy come on, and all y'all rowing. The guy saying this, and he will this and believe in this and that, and you saying, "Oh, God, no, and God will stumble." So, but guess what? That ain't changing nothing.
But guess what?
It just the show become a rah rah rah.
Hmm.
It's a waste of time. You never get to the bottom.
You never get to the bottom of the issue, right?
Let
No,
me.
or you rowing.
Mhm.
See, you
You know,
talk. See, I can say God. I can say God this too, and I can say God that. But sweetheart, well, how come you ain't knocking it with God? See,
Listen,
see, you got to be. We have to have a, a intelligent conversation that where we understand and try to figure out what it is. Now, I say genetics, and I believe that because if you really look back at these children history, go ahead.
there are multiple, though. Genetics is one factor.
Okay.
For some people, it is genetics. For other people, it is sexual molestation by
Yes,
people.
yes.
And for others, it
Okay.
is um, just greed
Okay.
or the hunger for material
So
things.
could it
And
be?
so
also,
exploitation.
Go ahead.
and who you social with too. So if
Yeah.
you socialize with other homosexuals, that could
So there are
influence.
multiple
Yeah.
factors. There are multiple factors.
So let me ask you all. Let me say this before I ask a question. I believe when people have intercourse and they ejaculate into one, the man ejaculating the woman, I think their spirits pass, right? That's why women get so tight to man, they don't want to leave you because they have to have this mental breakdown if you leave them and all that. Because I believe spirits pass through one another,
But
and I
Tony,
believe you get my spirit, hold on,
hmm
and you become basically me
hmm
by my spirit. But let's go and look at this whole thing.
can I say something on that particular
Go ahead,
thing though
go ahead,
about
go ahead,
in
go ahead, go ahead.
we have this theory about the
Sex.
sexual
Mhm.
and the spirit. But guess what? We are spiritually connected even to people who we don't have intercourse with.
Okay.
And we become attached and obsessed and all of that
Spirits in the air.
Because we
Spirits
are
everywhere.
spiritual beings,
Okay.
right?
Uh-huh.
We are spiritual beings,
Mhm.
and we vibrate our spirits. Our
Okay.
spirits vibrate. Because you met somebody for the first time, and you know you say, "My spirit don't take to that person." Oh, my spirit love that person. It's the spirit. We are spiritual beings.
And so, you said that. Now let's stick right here.
Mm-hmm.
So you telling me then is love
It,
called?
uh,
Hold on, wait. Listen to my conversation. It love causes me to love another man. So it's a genuine love.
it is.
That what you telling me?
I'm telling you that it is.
Wait, I need to go kill myself. Is that don't talking to
Why you
you
want to
think I
kill
got
yourself?
you think I
Why
look
you
at a
want to
man and
kill
talk about
yourself?
loving?
You love your son, eh? He's a man.
Yeah, but hold on.
But you're not,
But I know
see,
what.
levels of love.
Yeah.
Levels
So
of love.
you can tell.
So a man could love another man, but not being sexually interested in that person.
Listen to me. If
Is
you,
that possible, Kyle?
if you,
Kyle, you love your
Kyle, look,
brother
you-
and your
this is
father, right?
hey, this conversation getting deep. Hold on.
Yeah.
See,
Well,
you
yeah.
God, Kyle, if you got
There's
something.
different. There's different types of love.
Yeah.
Uh, so you could love another man because you could have a close friend, right?
Mm.
But it's not like you want to have sex with that close friend. You just love that. That's a friend that you love.
Yeah.
So you could love another man. I
When we
think.
talking about love and tell you
But
want
you
to go to
see,
bed with
it's
a fella. That's all
grounded.
different.
It's grounded also in
Okay.
beliefs. Your belief governs literally every choice that you make in life.
But how you could tell? See, hold on, I can't grasp this. But
You
how could you
cannot
tell
believe
me?
it, but other people believe
How
it.
could you
Just
tell
like
me?
how you is Christian and other people is Muslim and
Yeah.
other people is Hindu. It's the same thing when it
Would you?
comes to looking
But
at how we relate to people of the same sex or people of the opposite sex.
so
It's grounded in our beliefs, in our upbringing,
we
and our experiences.
we has gone so far that when go back here, this lady, because this is a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
We have gone so far. Tell people accept anything now. Oh, my daughter come home, child. Well, I gotta love
I
her.
don't know that
No,
people
hold on.
accept
Majority
anything.
people, that's what they're doing. What I'm saying to you, it's example you set. We talk about the spirits. We talk about other kids in the house. We talk about you set an example for the other kids to look at. To say, well, oh, it's okay for me to bring a woman home.
So you see,
See, so
again,
that can't work.
that's a Bahamian mindset, right? You set an example. What we have to come to realize is that every individual is a separate unit. Yes, we are influenced by social, but because if my sister is lesbian, that don't make me lesbian. I could love my sister to the moon and back, but I will not go and love another woman
My sister.
because that's my personal value.
Well, guess what? Let me give you a story. And Carl, let me give you a story.
Mm.
And this real. This is real.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you won't do this, but this is my environment. This is my belief, and this I feel, and this my house,
Yeah.
and this my everything.
Yeah.
All right. So if you believe in that and you want to do that, go find your own cat over there.
Right.
Okay.
Right. But at the end of the day,
At the end of what day?
she could be over there, but do you still love her?
Yes,
Okay. Do you still support her?
I believe so.
Okay.
But hold on.
See, the thing
But
is
don't
that
come on me to the family function with another woman. You better leave her home. Don't come.
that's ostracizing.
But damn it, ostracized.
Well, at the same. Let's see now. Okay,
Double standard.
it's a difficult thing to talk about because the person she might you have to she might think that you have to accept her for who she is, so you accepting her partner too. So it's almost like sitting on the
Because,
fence. It's almost like
because
sitting on the
if
fence.
you ain't
I will accept
accepting
it.
it,
I will
then
accept
you
it.
ain't really accept her.
No.
Yeah, if you ain't accepting it, you ain't accepting her. So it's like
Accepting it. I'm gonna love her, but over there, because that's not my style. I don't see. I might even be wrong. I might be wrong, but my style and my life I determine it by certain things. This is what I want to live my life.
But it's a ripple effect, right? And that's how we do with basically everything in life. I don't sweetheart, so therefore I ain't associating with people who sweetheart.
Right.
I ain't a lesbian, so I ain't associating with no, even if it's my child.
Yeah.
Okay? But you's a thief. What make you better than the person who's a lesbian or a sweetheart?
If I
As far as the Bible is concerned, but you know what
Yeah.
you know what keep coming to my head? Let me tell you
go
what comes to
ahead.
my head.
Go ahead.
Remember the lady that they dragged before Jesus and tell him how she's a prostitute and how she this and all that, right? And then what Jesus say? He that is without sin, let him cast the first stone.
But
And they all disappeared one by one.
But-
The thing is this: you don't know. And a lot of people, let me tell you something, this concept that we have about God and what God say and all of that, what God say, he says directly to us. What is written in scripture, I'm not saying that it wasn't obtained from God, because it said it was written by inspired men. And there is everything that is in the Bible is history or prophecy, okay? But we are stuck on those things and we just keep whipping and destroying each other because of difference in opinion on something. But guess what? God is still here. And we have to stop judging one another. We have to stop rejecting each other. We have to stop condemning each other. The Bible itself tells you, judge not.
if you
that
want to
ye
live in
be
Sodom
not
and Gomorrah,
judged.
if you want to go live in Sodom and Gomorrah, you can
You
go
see
there.
how they do, right? They
No,
stuck in Sodom and Gomorrah.
You could go there and you could live there, or you could create your.
Why
See,
can't I coexist with you where I am
You could
with my difference in beliefs
You could
and
See,
behavior?
hold
I'm
on.
not imposing my beliefs on you.
See, you got it wrong. Hold on.
So, but you
There-
want to impose your beliefs on
There's
me.
something you miss. See,
Tell me what I miss.
yeah, I'm black for nothing now. See, let me tell you, I black for something. Let me explain this. Don't miss this. What I'm saying to you
Mm-hmm.
from the biblical standpoint, if you are a homosexual and you come into my church, I have to accept you.
But if you come into my home, I
Hold
don't
on,
have to accept you.
I have to accept you because I now have to help and see if I can teach you a way.
So
of
you're
the right
trying
way.
to convert me into your
No,
way
no, no,
of
no, no,
believing.
no, 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 no. My job, because I'm the church, I have to love you.
Kyle, help us out here, please.
And I am going to love you because Christ says I have to love you, right? So when you come into my church, you cannot take a leadership in my church, but you can join my church and you can work
And
in the system.
whose rules are they?
They
They're
are-
your rules.
There are rules, the guidelines, the Bible. That's all it is.
And where the Bible come from?
People like me and you.
Oh,
Because
so
they
it's
say-
it's human
Yeah.
rules.
Oh
So-
yeah.
Yes. So it being the expired man.
Inspired.
But you call them whatever you want. Inspired. Right. Now watch this. Watch this. But here is the kicker for me.
Mm.
I was brought up a Baptist. So
I was
wait,
too.
wait. I know I was a Baptist.
You was.
I still is. But I mean I was brought up a Baptist.
Mm.
So I lived the Baptist
Wait.
way. Now
Baptist
watch now.
born,
Watch.
Baptist bred,
But-
Baptist till I dead.
But to me, the Baptist
Mm-hmm.
that I live by has been proven over and over
Oh, okay.
to me.
All right.
See,
Tried and
homosexual
proven.
never been proven to me because I never try it.
Oh, that's the problem.
No,
Well, you need to
I
go
don't-
try it.
I don't want to try it. So what I'm saying, I live by this rule and this guideline.
Mm-hmm.
It worked for me very well. I had some children. They're decent children. I love them. I have a beautiful life.
Mm-hmm.
So
So-
I ain't gonna try nothing new because I'm
Okay.
fine. So what?
Okay.
So let's go
So
back and
now with this child now,
yeah.
you find with what you have,
Mhm.
but she went over there and she discovered a different way,
Mhm.
or she might have been battling with this way whilst in your home, but
Yeah.
because she was able to go abroad, she had a little freedom, she was able to think for
Mhm.
herself, and she discovered this is truly, it wasn't just a feeling that I was battling
I don't
while I
believe
was
it's a feeling.
home.
I don't believe it's a
Hold
feeling.
on, hold on. You don't believe it's a
No,
feeling
I believe
because
she
you
get an
don't have
environment.
the experience.
She get an
You,
environment and
but you
she's lazy.
judging her.
She got an environment.
You don't. You
She got an
don't.
environment and she was lazy
Listen, man. Get
because
back to what
she
you.
get everything easy. We were learning and she got in that mode.
You hear that, guys?
And that's most of them.
Yeah.
Most times, that's what happened to them. They
But
get
that's a
lazy.
judgment.
Okay,
That's a judgment.
but
You
I
want to
judge it.
know why this young lady is the way. You have to have a conversation.
Mhm.
You started out right, and I think that's the part you should stay on. Have a conversation with her.
Mhm.
Find out her history, her journey, and her experiences.
And
That's the only way you can be able to say. But to say that she lazy and she get in this environment, that is a judgment
most
call.
most times it don't be genetics. Most times these kids get caught up in this
Most times it's a
friendship,
judgment.
friendship, an environment they hang around,
But
and then they
most
get it.
times, from what I could understand, most times it's because they were molested by people of the same sex.
Could be, could be,
Or most times, they wanted money and their parents
but
didn't
that's
have it, and
lazy.
somebody show up with the money
Yeah.
because they show them that there's a better way you could get it easier.
That's lazy.
That is not lazy.
What it is?
That's a choice.
Choice?
And that's luring.
That's lazy.
That's luring, right?
You
and
lazy can't work
and
for it?
temptation. That's not
Work for
lazy.
your money.
Because at the end of the day, you ever try getting a job? No, you never try getting a job in this culture, right? You call it lazy, but you have children that knock on doors, but only certain jobs they could get. So you're saying take whatever you could get.
So why you can? So,
And so you know what they took? They took the free money.
so why she can open a leg?
They open their bungie. Well, the girls open their leg for the woman,
Yeah.
and the boys
No,
open
no.
their.
Why she can open a
What?
leg for a man? See, there's no
It
excuse.
wasn't
So
a
you-
man
no, no, no,
who.
no.
It was
No,
not the
no.
man who lured
Hold
her.
on,
It
hold on.
was the woman.
So why?
Ain't it?
And it wasn't a man.
So
It was a woman who
so,
lured
so
her.
if it's a woman,
And guess
hold
what?
on.
But guess what? There's so listen. This is so compound because guess what?
Yeah.
If she open her leg for a man, she may end up pregnant. But if she open up a woman for a woman, ain't no baby involved.
So
Hey,
let me ask a question.
Nope.
So why?
and you see,
So
this
why
is
she
where
can? So
the
hold on. There's no excuse for her. Stop.
that this is where
Why
the
she couldn't?
compounding of social pressure
So
comes together because the belief systems, and all these things that you were told, if you do this, this can happen. If you don't do this, and ain't not everybody is just like lost sheep trying to find the right way. But that's where the parent come in, being able to identify with your child where they're at, what is their interest, what are their struggles. We don't have those conversations with our children as
now
parents.
we talking sense because that's what I talk about the first time. If you have these conversations with your children before they go, before they get into
even
this way,
before they get to the point of going from childhood, develop a
Yes.
rapport
yes,
and know your
yes.
children.
Right.
Yeah.
This is what I'm talking about. See, when I say I listened to the show and they had talking about this abomination and this one and God in this and reading scripture. Listen, you could read scripture until tomorrow. There's some people ain't going to church. There's some people
And
ain't
it's
freaking
Yeah.
run. Yeah. And so
Yeah.
you have to have a good education, have good knowledge about what you're dealing with. So you need to really read upon it. You need to have a good background so you can train your child up so your child don't make these mistakes.
But you know what?
And if your child is born, this is what the world say, some born. Well, then that's why you should from child and realize this going on. Work on the child from then.
But you ain't gonna be able to do that
Why?
if you have this close mind that the Bible say it's abomination. The Bible, the Bible, the Bible, the Bible. I love the Bible. The Bible has helped me through my life's journey.
Okay.
But we have to learn how to put the Bible into perspective. Aside from that, we must learn to listen because God teaches each of us on an individual level. We don't have to go to a
Wow.
church, we don't have to go to a pastor. We need to spend time,
So
like you say,
hold on.
researching and discovering and listening because God speaks to us. Inspiration is the inner voice
Carl, we
of
gone
God
religion talk
speaking to
now.
us. Intuition is
Millennial.
inspiration.
Huh? Okay. So
Eh,
now, when you talk about, see, a lot of people talk quick, and you gotta catch them when they talk. But
Mm-hmm.
I let you run, right?
Go ahead.
So what we talking about here now? You say you don't have to go to church.
Now, we ain't talking about church today, though. We're talking about that's only, that is only, you, but
God,
honestly, you
that's
don't.
troublesome, mate. It's troublesome.
Honestly, you
Yeah.
don't. Honestly, you don't. Okay.
Hold on.
The thing about it is, let me say this, the church has its value in guiding the lost, in helping people to find themselves and their way. But it does not provide everything that people need.
The church?
Some churches have destroyed people. Some pastors, some church members have destroyed people.
Why are you
You
saying
got
that?
to know yourself and know when you are growing. God put us here to expand, to grow, to learn, to be free,
Let me
not to be bound by fear and to be controlled and manipulated by others.
let me agree with you. Let me agree with you. Hold on now. I don't know why I agree, but I agree with you. You said something makes sense, and I can pick you out to pieces. You know, I was waiting on that guy to get his haircut and shave, but he ain't short. But I hear you. I agree with you. The church is one of the problems. I think many churches has lost its way. I believe that the young people don't care about church, and I believe it because not exactly what they hear or see. The culture of the way we move in church is coming this thing. But I still believe the church, the good ones, has done good work. Because you know, I wanted to take religion on the other day.
Kyle, I need my shades. My
Yeah,
eyes moving
yeah.
too much.
So guys, you can need a chance now. And so
Yeah.
what had happened, I told you the experience, right? I explained that experience I had with going to these churches to do some work and this and that. I told you experience.
Oh, okay.
Carl, let me we talking religion now? No, okay. I just gonna touch this.
Yeah.
I call no names. You go into these churches to work or to be a part of,
Yeah.
and majority of the churches, the pastor don't work, but the pastor survive of the church.
Right.
So let me say this to you. But the pastor preached for how long? 1 hour,
1 hour.
and then he preach again, probably on a Wednesday Bible study.
Yeah. Bible study.
Church, church close up all day and all this.
You do membership
Yeah,
visitation,
yeah.
visit the sick
But
and shut in,
so
visit the
so
hospitalized.
so why me as an individual can't go and talk to people and can't have church service for 1 hour
Who say you
and
can? That's your
and
choice.
get paid $1,000?
Who say you can?
So watch this.
Why you think
I
so many churches around?
I experienced this, Kyle. Now watch where I go with this.
Uh huh.
I went into to work in a church.
Yeah.
The office in the church is so plush. Every expensive thing, the desk expensive, the chair expensive in office. And everybody come, Pastor, this your car keys, I wash your car. Pastor, then be in the store and get your coffee. Pastor, this and this. And I trying to wonder, this the church?
It's from the Bible. It's
So
biblical.
what
It's
I'm
the
saying, And watch now, and
The,
the pastor got the key for everything. So everybody got to come to the pastor for key to go
everybody got
inside.
to come to the pastor, right?
Yeah, the pastor. So
Yeah.
I trying to wonder if I put my tent every week, and if I is a man who make good means, putting my money in the church, and realize only the pastor benefit from my money, something wrong. And when you ask the pastor, somebody need, they say, well, call me back. And then they say, no, we ain't got it. Well, I just do this for this one. And they always excuse. Something wrong with these churches.
Yep.
Something wrong. I'm sorry. I hate to say this on this show, but something is wrong. I think the pastor need to have a job too, just like me.
There are some pastors that do have
And I
jobs.
think it needs to be a board.
Yeah.
And they have the board too.
And I think the board needs to be maker from outsiders.
Yeah.
Non-church members.
No, I'm on to outsiders, people from the other societies or something. Because what has happened, the pastors is living the richest and the poor people are being poor. And you are taking people's dollar who can't afford their dollar every Sunday.
Every Sunday.
And he is living
And
of it.
on tithes. You get tithes and
And he
I can explain that one, but
his mother, his family is the one getting taken care of.
yeah.
Driving the
But-
best cars, tripping off the church. It's something now we got to take into. And then they build these big churches.
But this been going on, you know.
And guess what happened? Air conditioned. They paying $700,
Not a new
$800,
occurrence, eh?
$700, $800 for the big church.
Yeah.
So there is some truth. Why we can't have church under the tree?
Yep.
Not one.
What?
We used to learn under the tree
So-
in school.
So exactly. So what I say today is this. Every time I tell her I want to take on religion, you know what she tell me? No, she didn't want a part of that.
Boy, yeah. That's a
She
rough
didn't want
one.
because the
Well,
last one.
Kyle on board now. Kyle, you want to take it on?
Oh,
So-
I can take it on now. I don't mind. I don't care.
So
Yeah.
biblically,
I can take it on.
I have a point. But I still say, if we didn't have some of these churches in some of these communities, we'd have chaos.
Well, I will say it again. I am who I am because my grandparents took me to church
Okay.
every Sunday, every Monday, every Wednesday.
Mhm.
And then Joy Bible Camp used to come on Tuesdays.
Tuesday, yeah.
Yeah?
But like I
So,
said, don't let's
but-
get straight.
It's the value system.
Yes.
But it has to begin in the home.
Yes.
It has to begin in the home.
And I think that's where a lot of us make the mistake. When your daughter come from the States and tell you she homosexual or she this, 99% of the time, you don't see that long time. You don't see that in her action. Something along the line, you saw that long time. That didn't just spring on you overnight. Because most cases, it's a learned behavior.
Sometimes.
Majority of cases. So when they tell you but X, K, Y, Z, homo, this and that, listen, lots and lots of foolishness. I didn't care.
It is not all
Scientists.
foolishness.
I didn't care about no scientists. You learn something from young, you
You
learn
know,
something from old.
We had this discussion a couple years ago, right?
Right.
And you have the in terms of the genetics,
Mhm.
the evidence is there, right? Where things happen, right? One, that's how you have identical twins because of the genetic formation. Then you have individuals who, because the split was incomplete, you've seen it, two babies with one heart, two heads with one body. That is the explanation, and the sexuality goes with it.
So you believe in science?
I do. I am
Well,
a person of science.
God.
Science is not to believe in. Science is
Proven.
based on evidence.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can't say that it's belief. It's just based on evidence. Now, I mean,
Well, you
I-
got to believe the evidence, and then the evidence could be manipulated too. So in the science,
Yeah,
you
man.
really have to
And
examine it
most science is being manipulated.
very closely
it's
and
trial.
remember that the scientist is human. So his interpretation is based on his field of experience and the comparison of other like studies.
But
Right.
I am so sad that we didn't get this gentleman
He'll come again. We'll
Yeah.
we'll we'll reach out to
because
him
I really
again.
wanted to give him a haircut and shave. I want to know that whatever size you bring, there's
We
only
have the main course.
there's one side.
No, it's one main course
Yeah,
and many sides.
one means
When you go to
listen,
the restaurant,
but listen,
you get your entree as
Yeah.
many sides as you're ready to pay for.
well, he will get a plate of food, 9 course meal. He'll be finished. So all I can tell you, when he finished, he'll have diabetes. But so I can say this, and I can close, and I can say this to the woman who asked me to do the show. Um, when things like this happen, sometimes you gotta take a good deep breath, and you gotta approach it from uh, a direction of love. Um, and that's very difficult for me, and I know it'll be difficult for you because if Carl had come home and tell me he loved man, I think I must even jump overboard. I'd be so angry.
And that would be so sad.
I'd be so angry.
That would
And
be so sad because Kyle would be very happy where he is.
so I understand how she feels.
So
And
sad.
and
Because
so
closed
what you
minds-
got to do now, you got to have a good conversation. You have to sit her down and have a good conversation and find out really what's going on in her mind and what's her mindset.
and be open to accept.
And then some things you can't change. So you might have to accept some things. Like I say, I can't accept it. But in this case, I think you need to really have a good conversation and just remember love is the key.
Love is the key.
Kyle, and
Yeah.
you can take it, you can go ahead and then tell me what
Your
closing
closing
remark.
statement.
My closing statement is, if I had a child that came home and said to me, I would love them regardless. You know, I don't. Even if my child was straight, I wouldn't allow them to have their partner in my house, even if they were straight. It don't matter to me. If they was gay, if they were straight, I don't want you bringing the person in my house, regardless of sex. That's my thing. But and when I say that, I mean like doing sexual stuff. I don't mean like they're not welcome in my house. I mean like, there's boundaries.
Okay.
But if I'm gonna just accept you for who you are, and I'm not going to disown you or anything like that, because I think that's heartbreaking for the child. Because every child wants the parents' love.
What I had to be broken, eh? Honestly.
But yeah,
You could destroy them in the process.
nothing much could change for me, because either you gotta get over it because they ain't changing. So even if you didn't like it, you probably gotta get over it somehow. That's just my thing. So I mean, nothing much would change for me. I still love my child. They could still come over for family dinner. They could bring their partner. It's just that nothing extra, nothing more than that. Just keep it cordial, and we good. That's my perspective on it.
Go ahead, man.
Well, I would say for the Christian community, WWJD, what would Jesus do?
What would Jesus do?
Yes, what would he do?
Jesus will pray.
No, he would love her, and he will support her, and he
You think so?
would listen to
You
her.
think so?
Of course, he
Jesus was
already know
Hold on.
anyhow.
What are you talking about? Jesus was the meanest man in the world. You know how much time Jesus in the Bible talk about kill?
Really? That's a different. I don't know
What do
where
you
you get that from.
What you mean?
I don't know where you get that
Oh,
from. But
man.
Ezekiel 12:44. Hold on. Find the
remember,
scripture.
remember, Jesus
What
came
type Bible that is? What
all
type
the
Bible that is?
The
wrongs
same Bible you read.
right. He came to set all the wrongs right. The rigid religious system, he came to let them know that all these laws, all these rejections, all these things, love people, accept them for who they are. Let them identify and recognize themselves because God speaks to them. He was the example. He said, find a solitary place. And he said, judge not, that ye be not judged. Okay? We have to stop it.
Listen to me.
And we have to love people because guess what? Ain't nobody could stop an individual from doing what they want to do. They are working from their own conviction and they have to stand before God for themselves. Jesus said, let the wheat and the tares grow together until the day of harvest.
Jesus says a lot of
That's
things.
my conclusion.
And
Love unconditionally, regardless to who they are and what they bring to the table. I'm not saying to participate and partake in it. I'm simply saying allow people to find themselves. You have your identity and your beliefs. Nobody has the right to knock you. You don't have the right. As a parent, if you guide your children, that is as much as you can do. You could take a horse to the well, but you can't make it drink.
you know, in the Bible, right? Jesus talked with killing plenty time.
Tony,
Hold on, wait.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Hold on. Give me a
Only
second.
thing I remember in the Bible, which people use a lot when Peter had the vision on the rooftop, they say, "Rise, Peter, kill and eat." I don't remember nothing else in the Bible other than the
I remember
accounts
God said, God kill. He said,
in the
kill more.
Old Testament. The
Old
Old
Testament.
Testament had a lot of killing, but in the
And
New Testament, I don't know Jesus saying nothing about killing, nothing.
In the Bible, listen to me. Jesus says many times, but kill. Jesus say, go and mark all the what? The male.
Ooh, stop, shut down the show.
Say,
No,
hold on. Hold on.
no.
He said, put a mark on all the male children.
And then
Jesus said
what?
that?
Kill them. Get rid of all of them.
Not Jesus. Don't.
Yeah, that was
Let
Jesus.
me tell you, don't blame
That's
my
a different
hero
one.
for that.
That
Jesus
was
is
Jesus.
my hero
That
and
was,
my
hold on.
example.
Hold
He
on.
never said it.
All over the Bible.
He never said
He
it.
said he talked about kill. Ezekiel 20 something. He talked about kill.
Ezekiel was before Jesus' time.
Ezekiel is in the Old Testament, right?
In the Old Testament. We talking about
Jesus.
we talking about God and Jesus. What the same thing?
No.
No.
Why?
God, God the Father. You
God
mean
said
God the Father?
what? You see a snake where?
Right on. Sorry, we're gonna end the show now.
You see a snake now. The snake ain't doing you nothing. Jesus Lord be in the yard.
He looked 3 times the size he is.
Yeah, but
when I saw him first.
he looking for something. Let
Looking
him.
for a hole to crawl
Yeah,
in.
leave him.
Anyhow, ladies and
No,
gentlemen,
we can't close
end
the
the
show because you
show.
see a snake. That snake live here. He ain't coming over here. This will teach you how to get used to them. I wish he come over here and crawl
Cause
over
we'd
here.
have a headache.
Carl, I think we better close this show because this
Yeah.
snake will kill this moment. Anyway, folks, us under the tree where we meet Mel and Tony. You want me to get the snake and
And
show them?
Kyle,
You want me to get a snake and bring it over here?
go ahead. Yeah. So
And-
they could see it. Yeah. Bring it. Go get it.
Leave the snake, man. I get that. But like I say, folks, snake is there.
That snake
turn the
is
camera on.
about 36 inches.
The snake trying to sun and get away from us. If I try
Son,
to-
he trying to find his way back
let
in
him,
the wall.
yeah, he's going to hold. Carl, so what I'm saying today is under the tree, well, Mel and Tony, where we meet. And if you come closer, I'll pick him up and show you all.
Anyhow,
Where we meet under the tree. She having a static now with a snake and he gone. He ain't bothering us. And so the folks I know you all out there want to see the snake, right? But if you come then more closer, we go back on the wall or something, I will let you see him. But right now, he ain't doing us nothing, man. He having a ball. And snake comes out the sun. And once they come in the sun, they come to get the sun on the shed. That's where they normally change their color from gray to black or whatever. And so it's a beautiful thing going on. And so it's under the
Mel,
Tony
Tony,
and
and
Kyle
Kyle.
under the tree. Next week, same time. Sorry, but they we came 4 o'clock, but 3 o'clock we'll be right back there. Go ahead, Mel.
Yeah.
We'll be back 3 o'clock next week. Same place, same time.
Thank you so much.
Have a good day.
All right.
Carla, I ain't see the snake no more. He easily was behind this thing.